In the following tutorial, we're going to take a look at targeting nested movie clip instances. We're going to be targeting the different shapes that are inside here. And if we go ahead and test this movie just the way it is, you'll notice that we have different animated parts inside. We have the triangle in the center, we have a circle, and we have a square, and then we have the star, circle, and square over on this side. And each one is actually animated separately on their own individual timelines. If I go inside here, you'll see here I have a timeline of all the animations together, one movie clip. And then inside here I have the circle. Then I have the triangle as well, and it has its own independent timeline. And then I have a square here as well. So I've just basically taken very simple animations and just put them right on top of each other in the same movie clip. In this one, things are a little bit different, where I have a slightly different structure. This one I have the circle, which is animated, I believe, on this particular layer. Okay, that is the circle and star. Sorry, I guess that's the square that's animated back there. Yeah. So the square is animated back there. Then we have, in this one, we have the circle animated, and that has the star animated inside that. So what we have to do is target which particular timeline we're trying to stop in order to stop the different things. Now we're going to be using pre-oop coding, and if we take a look at this, we only really need one function. With this function, though, we're going to have three different parts. We're going to have what the stop button is, we're going to have what the play button is, and then what movie clip to stop. So in order to create the structure for this, let's go ahead and go to our actions layer, open it up, and let's create our first function. Our function is going to be called control anim, and to that we're going to have a button, which will be an object. Actually, I should say my button. Then what we're going to have is, actually that is a stop button now that I think about it. We have a stop button, and we have a play button. Oops, Control C, Control V, my play button. And then we also have the timeline that we're going to be stopping, which is the my timeline colon object. And it looks like a lot to put in there, but then we use our colon void. We start our curly brackets, go down a couple lines, and finish our curly brackets. Now I need to expand this just a little bit so you can see it all together if possible. And that's basically what we have. Function control anim, my stop button underscore, my stop button object, my play button object, my timeline object, and then colon void. Then inside here, we're going to need two particular movie functions, our function to stop and our function to play. And then, of course, we'll also need our two event listeners. So let's create our functions inside and make sure that you have my timeline spelled correctly. We're going to have function stop MC. That is going to have an event passed to it. Void. Begin our curly brackets, go down a couple lines, finish our curly brackets. And what we're going to do is use my timeline dot stop. So it'll stop whatever we've targeted as the timeline. Let's copy that function, go down one line, and paste it. And of course, we're going to change everything from stop to play. Play MC, and then my timeline will be play. Now we need to create our event listeners. So I'm going to go ahead and use my stop button dot add event listener, mouse event dot click, and of course that will run the stop MC timeline. And then we have to, of course, do that one more time so that we have the my play button. So we're going to change everything to play inside, save your work, and go on. That's it.